everyone. Welcome to the new episode of Ghosting with Anya. I'm your host, Anya Smith. Normally, I would do my episodes in the afternoon. Well, it's the afternoon, it's 7 minutes after 12. Today's episode, we are doing the library after closing. Ooh, I think this might be good. Welcome, everyone. If you are new here, welcome. Don't be shy. Come check it out, the show. If you are familiar with it, welcome back. Thanks for checking this video. I hope you guys like it. It is really good videos. I mean, it's very Halloweeny, but I'm not changing my theme songs and all the pictures of it, my stuff. But anyway, today we are doing the library after closing episode. Something to do with the library being closed at night and paranormal stuff starts to happen that sounds like museums and cemeteries. When the cemeteries closed at night, things happen, like when the shade, like a grave person, let's say, I don't know, a grave worker, like, say, close the cemetery, and he decides to go home after locking up the place, and things starts to happen very freaky. Spirits come out and do weird shit, like paranormal stuff, haunting the place, talking amongst themselves or whatever. So anyway, hopefully today's the day I get to write my book, hopefully. So if it's not today, I can do it tomorrow. Takes a couple of people to write a book, and then takes more people to publish it and put on Amazon. So yes, I am going to be writing my second book, Anya's Ghost Stories Volume 2, The Return of the Dead. I hope you guys like it. So anyway, thanks for subscribing to my channel, and thank you for sharing with everyone, and thanks for loving this video. And please continue on. Click like, share, and subscribe. Please continue doing that. Follow me on YouTube right here. Follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. Very professional way. And here's my boyfriend. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the show. So we are doing the story, something to do with the library. It is called The Library After Closing. I hope you are ready for this story. I hope you guys are ready. So just sit back and relax, grab something to eat and a drink, and let's get started on this episode, on the story. Number 3, The Library After Closing. Talia worked the late shift at the city library. Her favorite time after closing, the silence felt alive. But one stormy evening, that silence changed. Books began whispering. Yes, Chris, we are having whatever we're beef, whatever, I don't know, casserole dinner tonight. I'll take the beef, but whatever else that you're making tonight, I don't want to know. But let's get going with, this story. So at first, she thought it was wind through the vents, until she realized the sound formed words, different aisles, murmured to each other like gossiping ghosts. Every time she walked by, the voices stopped, and every book she shelved opened on its own to the same sentence, "Don't look up." Ooh, that would be weird. And what Chris is saying, mashed taters on top. Okay, I'll have mashed potatoes and beef, but no onions, please. I hate onions. Makes me want to go bleh. So let's continue on the story. Her pulse quickened, lightning flashed through the windows, illuminating the ceiling, and she saw them, hundreds of faces pressed into the plaster, mouths open as if gasping for air. Their eyes followed her. She ran for the door, but the exit sign flickered out. In its place, a line of text appeared across the wall in dripping ink. "Readers never really leave." Ooh, that's weird enough and freaky. Yeah, I would be kind of freaking out and running away like a little bitch, but instead, I would probably just investigate this whole thing. But hey, this shit happens. I mean, I never go to the library when it's closed. I'd rather stay home where I'm safe with my boyfriend, Chris, who's participating in this show right now. So, yeah, if I want to stay home, I'm going to stay home where it's safe with my boyfriend and my cat. So, I don't like to go to the library at night because I'd rather stay home where it's very warm and safe. So let's get to the discussion. This video is sort of, maybe short, but we got 7 questions. So let's go with number 1. Were the faces victims of the library or of their own curiosity? I'm guessing they are probably victims, also curiosity. And my boyfriend says, "I even go with you to the hot dog in line, keep you safe." Yes, that is so true. That is the reason why I have my boyfriend with me, in case something terrible happens. In case, I don't know, I get lost somewhere and get snatched. That's why my boyfriend's always with me, especially at the pumpkin patch from last week. That is the reason why. So I agree with my boyfriend Chris, who's watching this show during lunchtime. So here I am. So let's go to number 2. I think maybe they are the victims and, trying to find a way out, ask for help maybe because they think it's not safe for the librarian to stay after closing. He could, I don't know, get stuck somewhere or whatever, ended up dead. But I mean, if I were that librarian person, I would literally rather go home after closing. Well, close up the library and go straight home, and that way I can be safe and sound. That is the reason why. So let's go to number 2. Could knowledge itself be the haunting truth that won't stay quiet? Yes, it is. I think it is. Chris, what do you think about this? Could knowledge itself be the haunting truth that won't stay quiet? Do you think about that? Do you think it is? I think it might be. It's probably the haunting and the truth at the same time, but the knowledge of people, it happens. I mean, that's what happens if you stay in the library for too long, especially in the middle of the night, and you are feeling um like you're being watched somewhere, even if you think you're alone, but you're not alone. There is something in the library, like all the hauntings, the spirits of people who once went to the library regularly, like weekly or whatever, daily, and the next thing something terrible happened. Maybe a curse, or it can be like some kind of spell, maybe, but I don't know. I think it's the haunting. Maybe it wasn't always a library, maybe something else that people once lived. They must have died, but and then ended up like building the library on top of the grave. Maybe I'm thinking it might be the grave. Let's go to number 3. What does don't look up really warn against, awareness or awakening? I'm thinking both. And don't look up, which is probably a warning, and awakening, which is like they warn you, do not look up, otherwise something bad could happen to you. But I would like say, get out of the library. You're not safe. You need to find somewhere safe. Go home, lock your doors, make sure nothing get you, something like that. It's a warning. Spirits are probably trying to tell us, run somewhere safe. Make sure it doesn't get you. So, sorry about my dry mouth. I need to get something to drink, which is my soda, which is Diet Dr. Pepper. And it's like one of my favorites. I love drinking pop. So, yes. So I think it's a warning. It's a lot, but if I were that lady, the librarian, I would literally just lock up the library after nighttime, and like maybe at midnight or whatever, 9 o'clock at night, I would literally just lock the place down and go straight home, like literally. So that's why I don't like to stay out all night, like literally. So let's go to number 4. Why do we associate libraries with both peace and fear? Well, I'm guessing that libraries can be very quiet and kind of creepy. It's the memories, maybe. Like if you go to the library and if you don't see anyone, which is like extremely silent, like quiet because there's nobody in and you're the only one in and you want to investigate, perhaps maybe spirits are there. If you're afraid of something, it might be there. You can actually survive it. It's a part of who you are. You can't abandon it, but if you want to be brave, you have to face those fears. I mean, I don't like heights, okay? That's my fear, and clearly I just don't want to fall and hurt myself, lose my balance. And then if I like look down, I'll be like, what the hell? I'd rather go, like down very carefully on a Ferris wheel or on the ladder or whatever, but I'd rather just keep my feet on the ground instead of going way up. Like, seriously, I don't like heights. That's my greatest fear, and especially losing my loved ones. And, that's just how it is. But with Talia, the librarian, she probably needs to face her fears. She has to confront those things and be brave enough. And here's what my boyfriend is saying right now. He is claustrophobic and hate heights, and I'm getting airplane next month with you. Yes, that is so true. Christopher does not like going heights. I mean, we both don't like heights, but we are going on a plane next month for a Christmas vacation. We are going to Cabo St. Lucas for a week because it is his first time going to another country from this country. I've gone to a bunch of places, but I've never been to Mexico. So, yes. Chris, you're right. Yeah, but heights aren't really my thing either, but we have to face our fears. Be brave enough to go on the 30,000 feet of the plane, and we'll figure it out. So we have to keep each other safe somehow. But, fear is a part of us, and we have to face it. We have to be brave enough to control our fears. But that's just how it is. All right, let's go to number 5. Was Talia chosen because she listened too closely? Yes, I think she was. Talia was chosen because she is a good investigator. She listens to all the whisperings, and somehow maybe she's the only one who has powers, but nobody else like her have. So she was chosen to listen to the spirits' stories and try to match them up with the articles, something like that. But this is how it is. But I think she was chosen. And I'm proud of Talia for embracing her gift. I think she was chosen. Maybe she's got powers. Maybe she's a witch or whatever she is, a psychic medium. But she has to learn how to embrace it and learn more about it and have more control of it, even though she's a librarian. But still, if I were her, I would literally embrace my gift. Let's go to number 6. Are stories living entities that consume their readers? It can be, but you have to listen carefully about it. These stories are memories. It's a part of who we are. If they consume the readers, which means they're a part of it. The readers can be a part of it. All you have to do is live through it and confront it. So this is what it is. But it can be, but hey, I read a lot of ghost stories because this is my job. And if it consumes me, I can live with it, but it just very excites me, It just gives me more courage, more confidence, and a lot of energy, like to become a good ghost hunter. I mean, I want to be one of them. I love doing ghost hunting. I love reading ghost stories to all of you readers. And, if you like my ghost story book, you can buy it on Amazon. And yes, I am going to write my second book, hopefully today. So I hope you guys are ready for my second book. And listen very carefully if I'm writing this now or working on this right now. So readers can be consumed about these stories, but they can be a part of it if they choose. I'm experiencing a lot of paranormal stuff, and people think I'm conjuring by doing this. No, I'm not conjuring it. I'm not summoning any spirits who would literally hurt my friends, but no, I'm not doing that. So I'm doing this is because I chose to work on my podcast since April of this year. And I love doing it, and I love making my readers happy. And all my fans who love my podcast, I just want to make everyone happy, not to consume them, not to like take their souls. It would be extremely unprofessional. So let's go to number 7. If you knew a place held the voices of the forgotten, would you still enter? Yes, I probably would. But if I were too afraid, I would run away like a little bitch. But I choose to enter it, be brave enough. I probably would just continue investigating it. I mean, I knew the voices would be real, but if I were too afraid to enter it, which means I'm not brave enough to enter this library and hear a bunch of voices. If you're crazy about it, like if people think you're insane, you would probably have to go to psychiatric hospital to give you meds to make you go insane. But I would probably know because sometimes, I don't know, maybe I might hear voices, but I thought I heard something yesterday when I was about to do my podcast. Um, I heard voices, like somewhere. I have no idea where, but it was probably outside somewhere, which is like in the backyard somewhere. But yes, um, this always happens, but I would be brave enough to enter the place, like any kind of place, haunted house, maybe, cemeteries, maybe, and perhaps old park that is haunted, maybe somewhere in Massachusetts or wherever it goes. A ship. Yes, I would be very brave enough, even though I'm scared, but I would put fear aside and just be brave enough to go in. I would literally want to find out what's really going on. How can I help the spirits move on, not to be afraid and go into the light so they can be protected by angels who are our guardians, like our guardian angels, this is what it is. So anyway, we are out of time, so I'm about to have my lunch. It is 12:30. So thank you guys for listening and observing all of the ghost stories. Please click like, share, and subscribe. I want to thank my boyfriend, Chris. Thanks for participating on this show. And next week, we'll be doing the story called The House That Rearranged Itself. It's like a spirit that's rearranging the whole house because the living has no idea how it's doing it. So, yeah. Thank you guys for coming and checking it out. Please click like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week. Stay safe. You can stay spooky if you want to, but stay safe, have fun, and happy holidays. And we'll see you next Tuesday. And we'll be doing the story, The House That Rearranged Itself, which is episode 55. We are still on season 3, not season 4, but we will be soon, I hope. And we'll see you next time, and have a great day and stay warm and we'll see you next week. So happy holidays. Love you guys, and please support this channel, and please support my friend Fearless, who is the other room right now, probably on the phone, and we'll talk more, and we'll probably start writing my second book. The first chapter, we already did the title for it, so yes. And we'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.